Elizabeth learned very early how the world could be cruel without saying a word. No one ever walked up to her and told her she was inferior. No one needed to. The looks did it. The silence did it. The way conversations changed when slimmer women walked into the room did it. Elizabeth was fat, and society had taught her that this single fact erased everything else about her. She was kind, intelligent, hardworking, loyal. But none of that seemed to matter when beauty was being measured. Growing up, Elizabeth watched how boys treated girls at school. Slim girls were admired openly. Compliments were given freely. Invitations came easily. Meanwhile, Elizabeth became the nice one, the one people felt comfortable talking to, but never choosing. Over time, she internalized a painful belief. Men do not want women like me. That belief followed her into adulthood. At work, Elizabeth was respected. She was efficient, dependable, and professional. Her company valued her contribution, and her managers trusted her. Yet every time her colleagues discussed dating, relationships, or marriage, Elizabeth felt like an outsider looking in. She smiled, nodded, and changed the subject. Deep inside, she believed something was wrong with her body, and therefore with her worth. She watched some slim women carry an unspoken confidence, even superiority. Not all of them, but enough to reinforce the idea that being slim meant being chosen. Being slim meant being seen. Being slim meant being enough. Elizabeth began to shrink herself emotionally. She avoided eye contact with men she found attractive. She rejected compliments before they could land. She convinced herself that rejection was inevitable, so why hope? Then came the company's end-of-year party. It was meant to be a celebration, an elegant event attended by senior management, staff, and special guests. Elizabeth almost declined the invitation. The idea of standing beside her slim, model-like colleagues filled her with anxiety. She imagined herself fading into the background again, overlooked and unnoticed. On the night of the party, she stood in front of her mirror for a long time. She did not see a confident woman staring back. She saw every comment she had ever heard, every comparison, every quiet rejection. She nearly stayed home, but something shifted. Not confidence, just exhaustion. Exhaustion from hiding. Exhaustion from believing she was less. She chose a dress that fit her body instead of fighting it. She did her hair simply. She took a deep breath and whispered to herself, "I will go as I am." The venue was breathtaking. Music floated through the air, laughter echoed, glasses clinked. Elizabeth arrived with her colleagues, most of whom looked like they belonged on magazine covers. She felt the familiar knot tighten in her chest. Then she made a decision. Instead of disappearing, she stayed present. She laughed when something was funny. She spoke when she had something to say. She stopped apologizing for taking up space. What Elizabeth did not know was that someone important was watching, not with judgment, but with interest. The Director General's Hayes had flown in to attend his father's event. He had grown up around privilege, beauty, and expectations. Women often approached him with rehearsed smiles and calculated charm. He had learned to recognize performance. But Elizabeth was different. She was not trying to be noticed. She was not scanning the room for approval. She was simply being. Her laughter was real, her warmth effortless, her presence calming. For him, attraction had never been about slimness. He had always been drawn to chubby women. The softness, the warmth, the femininity society rarely celebrated. But beyond physical preference, what held his attention was Elizabeth's authenticity. While others competed for attention, Elizabeth listened. Their first conversation was easy. No pressure, no pretending. They spoke about life, work, fears, and dreams. Elizabeth felt something unfamiliar. Ease. For the first time, she was not measuring herself against anyone else in the room. As the night went on, people noticed that the man everyone assumed would choose the most conventionally beautiful woman was standing beside Elizabeth, laughing with her, looking at her as if she was the only person there. Elizabeth noticed too, but she struggled to believe it. In the days that followed, he called. Then he called again. They went for walks, shared meals, and spoke late into the night. Elizabeth kept waiting for the moment he would realize she was not enough. That moment never came. Instead, he told her something that made her cry. "I've always loved women like you," he said, "but more than that, I love you." Months later, Elizabeth stood in front of a mirror again, but this time she saw something different. Not because her body had changed, but because her belief had. She was getting married. The woman who once believed she was invisible was now chosen. Not as a second option, not as a compromise, but as a first choice. Elizabeth's story carries a truth many women need to hear. Different men like different women. Some men do not like slim women at all. Some love chubby women. Some love tall women, short women, quiet women, loud women. The world is not meant to have one definition of beauty. If someone leaves you because of your body, that does not mean you are inferior. It means they were never meant for you. Your worth is not measured by size. Your femininity is not determined by weight. Your future is not limited by society's narrow standards. You do not need to change who you are to be loved. You only need to stop believing the lie that you are less, because somewhere someone will choose you, not despite your body, but with joy in it. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to click like and subscribe to this channel for more inspirational stories. Bye for now.